Hey folks, I'm going to show you a homestead hack. I showed you some elements of it before, but I'm going to show you something a little bit different today, so stay tuned and we'll get to it. Whoa, it's getting warm in here. I turned the heater on earlier, and as you can see outside the greenhouse, we're in the dead of winter and it is frosty outside, but the heat is up to about 62 degrees in here right now, and that's warm. So the greenhouse feels really nice inside. I'm going to go ahead and hang my coat over here on the doorknob, and we'll get to our little project. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm Jerry Hansen, your host. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a small, frugal homestead high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. My video channel is about living frugally, figuring out how to do it, what works and what doesn't work. And I will show you guys my triumphs and my failures. In today's episode, I got a leftover popcorn tin. I'm going to show you guys something. You can upcycle it or recycle or eat, well, let's just call it repurpose. So I'm assuming a lot of you pick up these popcorn tins or have gifts given to you of these popcorn tins, and you have them sitting around and you don't know what to do with them. Well, today I'm going to show you in particular what I'm going to do with this one. Now, I do have a series I'm producing right now on my show called, well, it's Stories from My Grandfather's Memoirs, and this is him growing up as a child and all his memories, learning how to homestead and figuring it out over 100 years ago, folks. And in those stories, I also do a painting, primarily watercolor, but I do a bunch of art. And so check that series out. But in one of the stories, it featured how he would go down to the river, get some sand, bring it back, and store some citrus fruits in his root cellar in boxes of sand. So we got buckets of sand that we're going to be using. So let's get started. I've got some steel wool, and this is number 2. I'm just going to take the steel wool out, and then I'm just going to rough up the sides and give it a surface on which a spray paint could fix to. Now, I checked my inventory of paint in my shed, and I did find some yellow paint. Yellow is the perfect color for choosing for this particular can. We have a black top, so I don't have to touch up the top. I just don't want a Christmas thing going around my kitchen. It'll look kind of tacky to me, so we're going to paint it yellow, and it's going to let me know that lemons are stored in here. So let's get this shaken up. And temperature's up to 70 degrees already. And the tin is warm. So we're going to go ahead and start spray painting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let that first coat dry, and then we'll go ahead and add a second coat. The one I'm using is a gloss sun yellow, and it's just what I bought down at my local hardware store. So I'll be right back in a video second, and we'll apply the second coat. Okay, it looks like I can safely do the second coat. Alright, that's going. If you're wondering what the surface is I'm painting on, it's actually my worktop surface, and below it I let the dirt fall, and I've had worms down in there. I got to dish out all the dirt and get them in the garden bed because I don't think there's any worms left in here. I'm just going to gut everything out of this whole greenhouse, and then redo the whole inside. I'm putting down a cement floor. I'm painting all the interior wood surfaces white. We're going to be hanging some features from the ceiling. We're going to be putting some shelving units in and completely rethinking the whole raised bed issue. And this will be my own innovation that I can share with you guys, and you guys can implement it on your homestead, farm, or backyard. Okay, I think it's ready for one final coat. Now, guess what color I'm going to choose for storing oranges? Yep, you're right, orange. Now I'm sure that this is dry. I went ahead and added about 2 inches of sand in the bottom of this. Now we're just going to go ahead and place the lemons in the bucket. And when you're placing your fruit down in here, don't let them touch skin to skin, because that's where you can start having a reaction from fruit to fruit. And then once you've got them laid in there, go ahead and start pouring sand in on top of them. And just put about an inch, fill them to where an inch of sand is over the top. You don't need to fill the bucket full unless you're going all the way to the top with layers of fruit all the way up. Now we'll just scoop some sand in there. One more scoop, and call it good. Put the lid on, and we're ready to store it in the kitchen. I'm Jerry Hansen, your host here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm, with a homestead hack on how to preserve lemons in a repurposed popcorn tin and a little bit of paint. Stay tuned to more episodes. You could do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. What helps out the channel greatly is if you give us thumbs up, and also leave a comment or a compliment. I don't mind compliments. And hey, click that share button and share these videos on social media, because this will help out a lot of people and give them some ideas and inspire them for recycling, upcycling, and repurposing. We'll see you guys in the next adventure. Bye-bye. Now that I'm sure that this is dry, we're going to go ahead. Where's that shadow? Okay. Now I'm sure that this is dry.